today I have a fall inspired tutorial for you guys, and I use the new Vice 4 for you guys, so I hope you guys really like this. It's very green and dark and smoky. It's not something that I'm used to, but I thought it would be a lot of fun, and I used every single shade is from this palette. So if you want to learn how I did this, just keep watching. I'm starting out with the Garnier 5-second blur. I kind of squeezed out too much, which I'm gonna make a face right now. And this is gonna give us a smooth canvas for our foundation. I'm also adding a little bit of eye cream. This is the MAC eye cream, and everything will be listed down below, so that way you guys will have a list of the products that I'm actually using. I'm going to actually take two foundations and mix them, the Born This Way by Too Faced and the Smashbox, which I love. I really like mixing in the Too Faced or serum-y kind of more dewy foundations with longer wearing foundations, and it kind of just gives me a more kind of dewy finish, but not way too much because I have oily skin, so it kind of just balances out the long wearing foundation with too much of a greasy foundation, if you know what I mean. Next, I'm taking the Master Conceal by Maybelline, and I'm going to pile this on underneath my eye. I know it seems like a lot, especially on one side. I realized that I put a little bit way too much on one side, so I had to take from one side to add to the other. And I am listening to music, so if you see me kind of like moving around and stuff, it's because I am listening to music at the same time. Right there I noticed that I had too much on one side, so I just took from that and added to the other. Next, I'm taking the e.l.f. concealer brush. This brush is super good. It's $3 and it is an amazing brush. It's super soft and does an awesome job of blending out your concealer. Definitely recommend it. Next, the Smashbox powder is what I'm using the Ofra. I think this is called just like their brush, like their powder brush, and just adding some more coverage and setting the foundation. For underneath the eyes, I'm setting my concealer using the Hourglass and a Real Techniques brush just to add a little bit of more brightness underneath. And then I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and use those two lighter shades underneath the eye as well, and that's going to add a ton of brightness underneath those eyes. As well, I'm going to use the two lighter contour shades to contour my face, just mixing those. I have no idea why I look so concentrated in this part of the filming, but I was super concentrated on contouring. I contour my cheeks, my nose, underneath my neck especially. I feel like this just kind of slims me down and just really puts everything together. I've really been into contouring lately. I saw this Instagram post about how contouring is Spanx for your face, and I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever, and it's basically true. And next, I'm taking a blush from MAC. This is actually from an ombre ombre blush in peach. You can use any peach blush that you want. This is actually limited edition, so I'm sorry, but I did want to use it. Next is Soft and Gentle by MAC as well. I've really been into this highlighter. Definitely check your CCO first because I've seen it at CCOs. And then I'm taking MAC's Painterly Paint Pot as the base for my eyeshadow. This is going to help our eyeshadow stick and wear a lot longer. So I'm just applying that and smoothing that all over the eyelid. For the first shade that I'm going to use from the Vice 4 is Framed, and it's just this peachy kind of tone. It's kind of like just your skin tone, well, my skin tone, should I say. And I'm just applying this all over the lid. This is going to make everything just blend out a lot better. The peanut butter shade that I'm using now is called Bitter, and I really love this shade. It's just kind of like this beautiful brownie peanut butter shade, and I'm using that all the way to the inner part of the eye, all through the crease, and I really just blend and build that up. As you can see, I kind of zoomed it in so that way you guys can see a lot better, and I just really went back and forth and built up that color, which is a awesome color. I have to say it's one of my favorite colors from this palette, just because it makes such a great crease shade. Next, I'm going to take Delete, which is that dark brown, and I'm basically applying this to the outer, like, let's say the outer 1/3 of the lid, just kind of like in a V motion. Really just pack that onto that outer edge to smoke out the eye look.
And as you can see there, I'm just building and building that up and just being careful not to get way too far into the lid. The main shade that I'm going to use here is Crowbar. These shades, some of these shades that are more glittery on the Vice 4, you have to use Fix Plus or some kind of mixing medium to kind of really build them up. If not, they have a lot of fallouts, and that was something that I didn't like, but they look beautiful once you use Fix Plus. As you can see there, it just really builds up the color, makes it look nice. Then I'm going back in with Bitter just to clean up those edges and really blend everything together. I tried to keep Crowbar just directly on the eyelid. A little bit of it got a little bit above that, but using Bitter I could definitely just blend that whole thing out, which I really loved. Next up, I'm going to use that same Bitter shade, can you tell I really like it, and use it underneath the lash line to just add a little bit more smokiness to this eye look. I totally forgot to show this shade, but I use Flame on the inner tear ducts of the eyes, and that just kind of added a little pop of brightness there. For my lips, I'm using NYX Lip Liner, and I think this is natural, and I just wanted to add a little bit more brown, kind of add a little bit more warmness to the Miami Fever by Kathleen Lights. And then on the waterline, I added a bright green.
So thank you guys as always for watching. Everything that I have on my face will be listed down below, and I just want to say thank you for all the sweet comments. I love you guys to death, and if you aren't subscribed, definitely subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much as always, and until next time, bye guys.